Next up, our Alder demo site has this awesome featured post grid showcasing different posts from different categories like lifestyle and travel. So let's go ahead and see how to make this. We can go back to our own site that we're building here. And we're first going to need a few blog posts. So let's come to the top navigation, hover on new and click post. And if you're on your dashboard, you could just go to posts, add new as well. Same thing. So this really isn't a tutorial about blog posts and writing a ton of blog posts, but I will tell you 3 blog posts that every new blog should have, which has allowed our readers a lot of success who've used this strategy. So the first type of post you need is a welcome to the blog post. On a post like this, you can convey your mission statement. So, hi world, my mission statement is to teach you all how to create any kind of blog with WordPress or something like that. And then it's a good time to explain a little bit about you. You're the writer, so that would be about me, and then also about you guys, like about your audience. You should explain what type of readers should visit your blog and who you're going to write to. And then anything else you want to say on the welcome to the blog post is fair game. I'm going to go ahead and get us some pan ipsum, which will help us fill in this page and show how the blog post will actually look when it's done. So you can grab any words like archaic words, super cool, and then you can just copy the words from here, and you can go ahead and paste them in your post right here. To insert a quote, just make yourself a space, and then highlight the text you want to go inside your quote, and click on the quote for a block quote. Awesome. It might grab too much text. If it does that, you can just go ahead and go to the text tab. Take the ending block quote tag like this, and just put it in the right place like this. And then go back to visual. If you want even more WordPress editing tools similar to Microsoft Word, just click and open the kitchen sink or toggle toolbar, and you'll get all these cool tools like font color, strike through, and so on and so forth. Lastly, you can make some headers by highlighting the text and clicking paragraph and then choosing like heading 2. Usually you don't want to choose heading 1 because that would be the post title, but anything from like 2 to 3 to 4 is a good structure for you to have. And it can really help your search engine optimization if you put the right words in your headings. Our post also needs a category, so let's go with updates and add new category. And then let's get ourselves a featured image, and to do that we can go to my favorite site for awesome images called pixabay.com. For some reason I was looking up living room, so I brought us to this page. What you can do is go to the home page and search for any sort of cool, creative nature or human interaction or just a workspace or whatever you want. So I'm going to try mountains. I'm going to get some really beautiful images of mountains. You can just click on one that you like. Once you find a good image, you can just click free download. Choose the size of it, so usually like a bigger image, and click download. And it's going to ask us to log in, so I'll just do that, and I'm already logged in through Facebook most of the time. So Pixabay is free, super awesome. Just make sure you give credit to the photographer themselves. And download. We're going to name this image Mountains Blog Post and save it. Now we're going to jump back over to the WordPress post, and on the lower right you'll see Set Featured Image. So click on that. Upload files like we did for our logo, but a little bit different. Select files. Find yourself your image and just double click it or click and open. You can give it an alt text tag here to increase the SEO of the image and explain it, which is also a good idea for disabled users who might use a screen reader. So, beautiful mountains in the evening. And then click Set Featured Image. And we're all set with our post. Let's go ahead and publish it and see how it looks. Awesome, guys. So we have our first post, which is the welcome to the blog post. If we click to the home page, we're going to see that our post should show up right there. There it is. Really cool. And we're going to make 2 more posts and then learn how to put them in that featured area up top. Okay, so now that we have 1 blog post live on our new WordPress blog at Bluehost, we're going to need to figure out how to get those other blog posts in the featured area at the top live. So how do we put a blog post to the right and another blog post to the right beneath it. Well, we have one blog post live, and before we can figure out the second and third blog post, we need to actually create a second and third blog post. So let's go to New Post again, and I'll tell you that the second best post a new blog can have is going to be an ultimate guide. So in our case, because we're a travel blog, we'll do the ultimate guide to travel blogging. And then we can just go ahead and proceed with our ultimate advice. So in our case, we're going to go with the Pan Ipsum again, because we're really not trying to write the blog post here. That's up to you and your creativity, and I'm sure you can do something phenomenal. This would be a longer blog post though, so maybe we'll go with a little bit more of that Ipsum. Copy that and bring it back. And beautiful. We also need a featured image, so let's grab one more image from Pixabay. Let's see what we can find if we search for one of the categories from this image, like sunset. Beautiful. Alright, this image is super cool. So I'm going to go with the free download and get a bigger image and download it. Alright, so we're going to go with couple at sunset and save it. And back in our new post, we can scroll down and set featured image like we learned before. Upload files, select files. And we're just going to double click on the couple at sunset. You can put in alt text if you want. I'm usually kind of lazy though at this point. And I'm just going to click set featured image. Alright, we're going to give it a category again of updates, and then we're going to click on publish. So in reality, the ultimate guide would be like all of your knowledge about one specific topic in your blogging niche, but in our case, our ultimate guide is just kind of like a placeholder. So let's see our blog now. We have 2 posts. Awesome, and we need one more post, and then we can set up that featured area. So let's go to New Post, and I'll tell you that the third kind of post every blog should have when they launch is going to be a controversial piece. So I will just spell it out for you right here, controversial piece, and it's going to be something like that people don't expect within your niche, but that you know about. Like for example, I wrote a post called "The Truth About Premium Themes" that did pretty well a few years ago. And I wrote a post basically exposing that certain themes like StudioPress and others charge way too much when they should only charge a certain amount, because a lot of premium themes are pretty much the same sort of coding. So you can check it out if you want to look at it through Google, but right now I will tell you that having a controversial piece really can set you apart as the expert, because it shows that you know something unique about your niche. Alright, let's grab some Pan Ipsum just to make our post come to life a little bit. Let's go back to Pixabay and click the X and search for one of the categories. And so you can really pick anything, but we want to have some sort of consistency. So let's pick another beach. Yeah, maybe something intriguing. This image is super cool and free download and download. Alright, we're going to call that one the futuristic beach and save it. And now add that as our featured image. We can scroll down, set featured image, upload, select, and double click it. And we will set the featured image. And category is updates again. And you can tell that the category doesn't totally make sense, but I'm just choosing the same category so that we can put one category as our featured post category. So let's publish it. And now we'll check out the blog, and let's go to finally the settings that will have us put a few posts at the top of the blog, like 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we can go to customize and set up that featured post area. And it's actually just called the featured area. So we'll go to featured area settings and enable it. And we're going to go with the category of updates. It should include all 3 of our posts. Alright, and if you want, you could specify them by individual IDs. So what's a post or page ID? Well, I'll show you, but we're not going to choose that for now. We're just going to publish it because it looks good and X out. And now we've created our featured area. So how cool is that? A lot of people spend tons of time figuring out how to put an image in at the top of their blog and then float another image to the right, and then put another image beneath that and make the spacing look good. But in our case, because we chose an amazing theme, all that works perfectly. You just have to know how to set it up, and now you do.